So this is going to be an easy read to zone, as we just have to get outside of the blocking here. You can see how there's just nobody out here. I'm already telling you right now, I know the X receiver is going to be there as we hold the ball, and we might be gone here on the third play of this drive, as this is just a super easy play to run. As you'll see here that a lot of times, especially against zone coverages, they don't really shoot down, so I could just run up the field. As you can see, we get a very easy touchdown on the ground. If you guys are looking for fast, cheap, reliable MUT coins, check out my coin sponsors at MMOXP.com and use discount code MONEYSHOT for 6% off your order. Link in the description below. The champ is here! Welcome back, Money Team. This is Madden Money Shot, sniffing out the Madden cheese as always. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys the most unstoppable trick plays in Madden 26. But before I do, if you guys want to see more videos like this, please make sure to be a subscriber, hit the like button, let me know in the comment section. Other than that, it's going to go right into the video. Now, the first play I'm going to show you guys is going to be out of a very popular formation called the Gun Bunch TE. But the play that I'm going to show you guys is probably not known to too many people in the community, considering it's only found in one playbook, and that's the motion jailbreak screen. As this particular play here is only found in the Washington Commanders, which is a playbook that I did an entire breakdown of. So if you guys want more plays to go along with some of the plays I'm going to show you guys today, as I'm going to be focused on Washington quite a bit, you can download this or any of my ebooks instantly simply by clicking links in the description or the top pinned comment. You have two options here, the running back and the screen receiver, which is a really good option when it comes to zone coverage, while the running back's a really good option when it comes to man, although it also can beat zone. As you can see here, somebody followed, which is typically an indicator of man coverage. It means I typically want to throw to this receiver. As all I really want to do is watch to see if somebody follows the running back in motion. If nobody does, I know that it's a zone coverage and I can just basically hit my screen. We just want to make sure that we're always running it to the wide side of the field, and you want to make sure that you have your best receivers at the two spots here. I also have my gadget offense set. As you can tell that we have, basically Deebo Samuel here running it out of the backfield. And you can get that by hitting the right stick so it says gadget at halfback to get that look. It looks like we have three coverage corners over there by the receivers, so this could be a man coverage, but since nobody followed, we know that it's not. And then we just have a freight train of blockers. As you can see, we get another 8 yards there. So nobody follows this time. We got a screen. Going to set up pretty good, as you want to make sure you have your fastest two receivers on the two outside spots, because when you flip the play, the receiver who's going to get the ball changes. So once again, nobody follows, got a zone coverage, going to hit that screen. Might have had a touchdown if this fat lineman didn't get in my way. Definitely got a man coverage here, so we're going to have to make sure that we hit this ball in stride, although he did stop there, and luckily the man defender wasn't close, as we have another zone coverage, and the blocking's there this time, as we didn't get the touchdown. Oh, we did. No, I don't even know. I don't think we did. We did get the touchdown. All right, cool. As I tried to reach the ball out but didn't get it. So this is going to be interesting. It's probably going to be a man coverage here. As you can see, if we catch that in stride, it's very difficult to keep you from getting a yard. Next up, I'm going back to my Kansas City Chiefs offensive ebook, which is still one of my favorite plays, as it has one of the all-time glitchiest plays in the entire game out of the gun deuce close, and that play is called the RPO read flat wheel, as there's several routes in this play to get open against just about any single defense in the game. And this particular play is found in the Cardinals, Colts, Dolphins, Eagles, Saints, and Vikings. Now for this play here, anytime this B receiver is inside the cornerback, and since we have a tightly condensed formation, that's going to be just about every single play, you're going to notice how this B receiver here is going to get wide open, but you're going to want to make sure to hold the A button so that you don't auto handoff like I did there. So we're going to go and do that again. I don't know if I have the same look, but if the B receiver is not open, the Y receiver typically is. As you can see here, he's just going to get open up that zone seam every single time, and it's typically because of the play fake when it comes to the linebackers. If we go to the replay here, you're going to notice that these linebackers are always going to crash down, as that's what's going to be what creates the throwing lane for these other receivers, is both these linebackers shoot in and allow this receiver to get wide open. So since I know that we're going to have that every single play, I really just have to hold the A button so that I can basically hold them accountable there, and you can see how we're going to get that route open every single time for about 15 yards or more, as that was a man coverage, but it really didn't matter, as we still had a very easy play. Just make sure, just like all these plays, to flip this play to run it to the wide side of the field. And I'm already telling you right now, I know the X receiver is going to be there as we hold the ball, and we might be gone here on the very third play of this drive, as this is just a super easy play to run. Next up, we're back in my Washington Commanders offensive ebook once again, as I'm going to show you guys a play that's once again only found in the Washington Commanders, and that's out of a formation called the go-go slot open. But this particular offensive formation is only found in the Commanders and the shotgun playbook. And the play that I'm going to show you guys should look familiar if you followed my college football series last year, because I showed a play like the halfback swing out of my Georgia offensive ebook, and it's really good in Madden 26 as well. So let's go and let's pick that, as all you really have to do is watch the defenders in front of the screen side, as that's going to be zone while the X defender, the slant, is going to be man. So if these guys drop back like they did here, just going to swing it out, and my receivers are going to give me some good blocks, and we're going to get some easy yards. But if they drop down, it's a man coverage, and then I got to go to the B side. So here we go once again. They drop back or they stand still. Didn't do a very good job of blocking, but luckily we broke that first tackle, but we only got a yard there. So on this play here, once again, they're looking like a man coverage on this play, so I might have to change it up, but it was not, as we get better blocking. And I'm seeing a lane on the slant already too, so we have to keep that in mind, as that was a man coverage and we had that slant lane. But if this linebacker here or this edge defender blitzes, a lot of times I could throw it out to that defender as we get another screen or another slant, another man coverage. And that's really the only read I'm making. I'm watching the defenders in front of the screen. If they shoot down right away, I know it's a man coverage. So here we go once again. Got another man. Like I said, the slant's going to be there every single time. And this play too, you're always going to make sure you run it to the wide side of the field, just like all these plays. As this next play here is looking like I could definitely take advantage of that slant once again, but I'm going to let the defense decide as we get another man coverage, and that cornerback's just in no man's land every single time. As we get another man coverage, and I think Debo might be getting tired out there. So looking like a man press once again, and we can see that we have that look, as I had to wait a little bit because the receiver didn't quite get around that jam. And if you watch the replay, like I said, man press, he has the outside shoulder, but eventually Debo is going to get around that. As you can see, once again, these slants are just going to beat man coverage 9 times out of 10. Next up, I'm in the Miami Dolphins offensive playbook, and I'm just showing you guys a play out of the gun wing slot offset, as they have a really good play called the cheat halfback jailbreak screen. So I'm going to pick that, but we're also going to be able to find this playbook in the Falcons, Texans, Titans, and Vikings. Now for this play, it's really simple. Once again, the screen beats zone, while the B receiver on a speed out route beats man and a lot of different zones. So we just have to watch to see if somebody follows, as they did there, and then you can see how we can just take it to the speed out route. Now, you obviously want to run this to the open side of the field based off of what your opponent's tendency is. So if they're running a lot of man coverage, which this clearly is not a man coverage considering there's nobody in front of the wide receiver. So this is going to be an easy read to zone, as we just have to get outside of the blocking here. You can see how there's just nobody out here, as that might have been a heavy blitz as we get a very big first down. But on a play like this, it looks like a cover 3. The B tight end can also get open against this as well. As you can see, he's going to get open against any defense where they drop back, like cover 3 and cover 4, as the only real defense that should stop the B receiver would be like a cover 2 hard flat, which we clearly don't have. So if we want to keep throwing to the screen, we can. As you can see here, that's the best play, considering that I held the ball too long trying to throw it to the B receiver, but there was somebody underneath us. We did have a cover 3 hard flat that time. So like I said, hard flats really are the key to stopping that particular route, as that's the only thing that really can. So we'll flip the play here, as it looks like we probably have a zone blitz. Looks like that cornerback's most likely coming in here and he did. So very easy plays. We get that screen out. Can always run gadget halfback too, as we can once again use the right stick to switch to gadget halfback and make this even more explosive if you want to put a guy like, you know, Waddle or Tyreek Hill in this spot, as we have what looks like another cover 3, although we get a man coverage look. So we got to go the other way to Waller, as we're just walking our way down the field here. Although that was an opportunity, and this might be as well, to throw it to the tight end here. As we get a man coverage, Waller's just cooking that as we're getting closer and closer. Although we probably would have had a touchdown once again if we would just use Waller to the wide side. So we're going to do that here because it looks like a man coverage, and we should be able to get, as we get that motion response, Waller, very easy touchdown, as we just go right down the field with this play. And last but not least, we have a play that's found in the Minnesota Vikings, the Bengals, and the Titans out of a formation called the gun spread Y slot weak. The play itself is the motion double pass halfback screen. Now this play can be stopped pretty easily when it comes to man coverage, but against zone coverage it completely breaks the game. So I wanted to show it anyway, as we're going to throw the ball to the motion receiver here, and then when we throw it back over to the running back, typically there's nobody out here. As you can see, we have a lot of blocking and not a lot of defenders. But like I said, if it's a man coverage or if somebody's running this against you, you typically just have to run man coverage to stop it. As you're going to see here, with nobody really followed on this play, so I guess it's not necessarily going to work out. But you can see how man coverage just basically drops down and attacks the receiver by the time he gets the ball. So you really have to set this play up when using it against somebody, especially if they're running man coverage. As you're going to see this time, we're going to get what looks like another man coverage. Although this time we actually got the ball away because somebody kind of got in the way, but I was so frantic that I didn't get much of a run. Hopefully we'll get a zone on this next play here, but it looks like we have a blitz, so it's not necessarily meaning that it's not necessarily reading zone. So nobody followed, which is good, as once we get this ball, like I said, we have just a whole bunch of blockers out here, and we should have close to a touchdown. Maybe could have had a touchdown there, as we also have a slant. And we are going to also run with this with the tight end here, as you can see right there. If I really want to, I don't have to even throw the ball. So if you're thinking about running it, you probably want to run it with the receiver. So make sure you run it to the point where this guy's getting the ball. As you'll see here that a lot of times, especially against zone coverages, they don't really shoot down. So I could just run up the field. As you can see, we get a very easy touchdown on the ground. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video there. But if you guys want to see more videos like this, I will put them out in the future. So make sure to be a subscriber. And if you want to see more videos that I made like this already, I'll have that popping up on screen. So just click links. And until next time, thanks for watching, man. We shout out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.